Moving the President of the United States is not just transportation. It is war without bullets. Every time the President leaves the White House, the Secret Service enters a battlefield where the enemy is invisible, the danger is unknown, and the stakes are the highest in the world. Why so much fear? Because history has proven that travel is the moment when presidents are most vulnerable. James Garfield was shot at a train station. John F. Kennedy was assassinated while riding in an open car. These tragedies sent a permanent message to America. When a president moves, danger moves with him. From that moment forward, the Secret Service redesigned travel into an art form of security. Every trip, whether across Washington or across oceans, became a high-stakes mission where failure was not an option. For the most powerful man in the world, the simple act of going from one place to another became one of the most dangerous journeys on Earth. Nothing about this operation is casual. Before a single wheel turns, weeks of planning are set in motion. The Secret Service maps out every street, every exit, every bridge, and even every sewer lid along the route. Teams scout rooftops, study traffic lights, and rehearse responses to dozens of attack scenarios. Inside the planning rooms, agents decide everything down to the smallest detail. Where the president will sit in his limousine, which agent will walk at his door, which motorcycle will ride ahead, which ambulance will follow behind. The order of cars, the speed of movement, and even the spacing between vehicles are calculated like pieces on a chessboard. And here's the rule. If even one car drifts out of place, it triggers alarm. It might be nothing, or it might be the beginning of an attack. For the Secret Service, there is no room for maybe. The president's survival depends on absolute precision, and so every move is planned, tested, and rehearsed, long before the president ever steps outside. When a motorcade begins, the first line of defense arrives. 30 motorcycles and police vehicles. These are not for show. They are the shield that moves ahead of the president, blocking off every possible danger before it can even appear. These officers race through the streets minutes before the president arrives. They block intersections, seal off exits, and create a moving wall between the president and the public. In many cases, they are joined by local police who know their city's roads better than anyone else. Together, they form a mobile shield that clears the path. Sometimes they spread out in tight formation, weaving across the road in a heavy pattern, so that no vehicle, no matter how fast, can slip through. By the time the president's limousine arrives, the streets are silent, empty, and under full control. It is a wall of protection built not of concrete, but of men and machines moving in perfect coordination. Behind this front line comes the heart of the convoy, the secure package. This is the formation that never leaves the president's side. It is made up of armored SUVs, surveillance trucks, communication vehicles, and, at the center, the presidential limousines. But there's a secret inside this package. There are always two limousines. Both are identical. Same size, same shape, same color. Even the license plates are the same. They move together, constantly switching positions, confusing anyone watching. Which one carries the president? Only the Secret Service knows. This game of mirrors means that even if an attacker manages to strike, he will never be sure if he hit the real target. It's not just protection. It's psychological warfare, confusing the enemy before he can even act. At the center of it all rides a legend. The presidential limousine, known simply as the Beast. It weighs nearly 9 tons, built on the frame of a heavy-duty truck. From the outside, it looks like a sleek Cadillac. But beneath the skin, it is a fortress on wheels. The doors are as heavy as those on a Boeing 757. The body is wrapped in military-grade armor. The windows are 5 inches thick, bulletproof, and sealed. Only the driver's window can open, and even then, just a few inches. Inside, the Beast carries more than luxury. It carries survival, tear gas launchers, shotguns, night vision equipment, oxygen tanks, and even refrigerated containers holding the president's blood type, ready for an emergency transfusion. The tires are specially designed so that even if they are shredded by bullets, the car can keep driving at high speed. To the Secret Service, this is not just a car. It is a moving safe house, a steel cocoon built to keep the president alive, no matter what happens outside. But the beast is never alone. Surrounding it are vehicles armed with invisible weapons, technology. One vehicle, known as the bomb sniffer, scans for explosives planted on the road. Another carries electronic countermeasures, jamming signals that could be used to trigger remote-controlled bombs. Some vehicles even carry heat sensors and missile defense systems, able to detect and divert a guided missile by releasing flares that confuse its navigation. And then there are the human guardians, SUVs filled with elite Secret Service agents. Some ride with the president's personal doctor and staff. Others ride with heavily armed tactical teams. If an attack comes, one group shields the president while the other fights back. It is a balance of brains and muscle, technology to detect threats, and men trained to neutralize them. Together, they form a mobile fortress, ready to respond to danger in any form. Not every vehicle in the motorcade carries weapons. Some carry support. There are vans filled with reporters, ensuring that the president's movements are covered by the media. There are communication trucks, keeping every vehicle in constant contact. One of the most critical support vehicles is called the Roadrunner. To the outside eye, it looks like just another truck. But in reality, it is a mobile communication tower. It allows the president to make secure phone calls, access the internet, and stay connected to Washington no matter where he is in the world. An ambulance follows as well, staffed with doctors and emergency equipment, prepared for any medical crisis. Behind them, backup vehicles carry agents ready to provide reinforcement in seconds. Each vehicle has a purpose. Each role is critical. Together, they make sure no gap exists in the president's armor of protection. Protection does not stop at the road. Above the motorcade, helicopters fly in silent formation. From the air, agents can watch every street, every rooftop, every crowd. They see what no one on the ground can see. These helicopters are not just for observation. They are armed with machine guns and staffed with agents who can intervene instantly. If a threat emerges, the order can come from above, and the response will be immediate. It is a bird's-eye shield, always circling, always watching. Anyone thinking of attacking the president is not just facing the cars on the ground. They're facing the eyes of the sky. When the president leaves the country, the mission becomes even more complex. 2 days before his departure, massive C-17 cargo planes take off, carrying his limousines, his armored SUVs, and even his Marine One helicopters. Wherever the president goes, his world travels with him. On the day of the trip, 5 identical helicopters rise from the White House lawn. One of them carries the president, but no one knows which one. They all look the same. They all fly the same path. The decoy game continues in the sky. At the airbase, 2 modified Boeing 747s wait. The one carrying the president is called Air Force One. But like the limousines, there are always 2 planes. Both take off together. Both fly together. No outsider can ever know which one is real. Inside Air Force One is a flying White House. Conference rooms, a dining hall, a private office, even a presidential bedroom. In the sky, the president continues his work as if he never left the ground. But this level of safety comes with a cost. Moving the president is one of the most expensive operations in the world. A short trip from Washington, D.C. to New York City can cost over $1 million just for one way. The fuel, the aircraft, the vehicles, the agents, the support staff, it all adds up. And yet, the money is spent without question. Because the life of the president is not just the life of a man. It is the symbol of a nation. His safety is tied to the stability of the United States itself. So every motorcycle, every armored limousine, every helicopter, and every plane is part of a single mission: keep the president alive. To the world, it looks like a parade of cars. But in reality, it is one of the most complex, most dangerous, and most important operations on Earth.